Hello there, everyone. Alright, we're back with more Death Stranding. So, I have done a few things again, just in between. Mainly just tidying up from that last mission. We went to the mule camp, just collected all the supplies. But we have got a few bits and bobs of terminal stuff to look at. So let's just have a quick nosy here before we get into actual gameplay. So, I'm not sure again if I'm going to read all the mail, but I will at least acknowledge the majority of it. So, we've got this, your partner Jay. I have no clue who I am, but you I know. You are Sam. Sam I am not. Sam the man. Man Mano, you have the chip. That I know. That's in a bridge. Sam Porter Bridges. This bridges use the data on the chip to activate my systems, to wake me. Wake my ass up. This is not my world, Sam. What is my world? What am I? It isn't me. If equals then, if that computes. Do you know what it feels like? I feel like someone crawled inside, slotted into my skull, and took it back to my bites. My memory is wiped, broken. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know, recall. But, witching? Try and just make sure I don't hit this answer. Won't make it better. Name recall entity. Let's call me J. JJ? The letter I keep retrieving. It pops up in my archives. J, J, J. No, just two J's. It means something, right? Like the V on the case. I link to home. V. Home. Home sweet home. Mi casa es su casa. I've got to get the real me back, Sam. I need more data. I need more chips. And if I think, then I'm thinking you're the only one around here I can count on to help me get the job done. Help me. I will help you. I have something for you. I will hook you up with V's face pattern. Sam, a bona fide Valentino with the ladies, am I right? Sam Portino. If that's not good enough for you, well, the deal. I will sweeten the deal. I scanned. I saw the chip you found had data on cyberware tech. I used it to prep a software upgrade for your compass. Well, me maybe not. It wasn't all me. Your systems did the heavy lifting. Like they knew. They knew how to make the most of it. Screw me if I know. I don't know how all this stuff works. Maybe it was just meant to be. Anyway, you don't gotta worry about losing sight of your destination when making deliveries. Not now. Now you can set it so it's always on. Open up compass mode and focus on your destination marker to give it a try. So that's the pitch, Sam Porter Bridges. Find me more chips. For me. For you, Sam. I don't know. You never know. You can't know what other goodies you might get out of it. You know? I've got to admit, this kind of makes me want to play Cyberpunk for the simple fact I've got no idea what this character's about. I've kind of glimpsed through some of these mails in the past, and I'm like, eh? It kind of makes me want to play the game just to see what the heck's going on. Alright, so Victor Frank, re-establishing shipping lines. Yeah, I'm curious if this one's important. Yeah, I think this is basically him just saying that he's been doing a bit of shipping, so I'm going to skip that, I'm going to be honest, because we've got to get through stuff. So, Nick Easton, a weird glowing object in Capital Knot City. So, have you heard the latest rumours out of Capital Knot City? People have been seeing some kind of weird glowing thing up on the rooftops near the isolation ward. Seems it's a car, the part of a human that doesn't turn into a BT. That's what people are saying anyway. Apparently they were a common sight back in the old days, back before the Stranding, I mean. Story goes that they were lost souls, wandering around. One of my pals tried to take a closer look, see what's what, but he couldn't find anything. I'm sure you could do better if you put your mind to it though, right? I've never followed up on these things, I'm going to be honest. I may have to try and actually look at these things when they pop up in my inbox. Alright, so Benjamin Hancock about the meaning of chirality. Well, we've already had a brief overall of this from Hartman, so I'll be honest, I'm going to skip it. The craftsman, Porter's getting it done. Yeah, that just looks like the craftsman's been handing out the emetic grenades to porters, and they're doing a good job with them, so that's all good. 4.5 star there as well, so we did do some stuff, as I mentioned previously. The Elder, he's a stubborn goat, he's just taking his time at barely 2 stars still. So you could all learn from Fragile Express. I remember the Stranding like it was yesterday. Craters all over, intercity comms cutting out, distribution networks shot to hell. Wasn't no local boils to help a fella out no more, let alone feds. Nope, It was every man for himself. Every man who didn't work for no private courier outfit, that is. Them ones took it upon themselves to keep on delivering the goods folks needed to survive, in spite of the cost and without hope or expectation of reward. What good's money that ain't worth the paper it's printed on, after all? Nope, them private operators had to get by on a thank you here and there and not a lot else. But supplies kept on coming. Sure, a few went mule on us, but that didn't seem to faze the rest none. The country fell apart, then the cities, till all that was left holding the world together was them. And they knew it too. Knew we'd all be screwed without them. But they didn't hold it over us. They just kept things moving best they could. For us independents out here, and the huddled masses in the cities, Fragile Express and all them others, we owe 'em a hell of a lot. Bridges, though, you'll still got a lot to prove. I find him a little bit biased against us there. Without justification, I mean. Alright, the engineer. One step closer to understanding the beach. I've just submitted my latest progress report. I know the Evo Devo unit utilised the chiral network to access the beach, but I don't understand how. I'm not sure anybody does, but whoever came up with the theory behind it is a bona fide genius. Genius? We can't reclaim the past we lost, but piecing it together from what's left is the next best thing. Must have took a truly great mind to figure that out. You know what it reminds me of? Pictures. After all, what's a picture but a fragment? A two-dimensional snapshot of space and time, not to mention the thoughts and feelings of whoever took it. A physical memory to match the ones in our heads. They say we've each got our own beach, and it's these beaches that we route the network through. Maybe that's what part of it. Maybe there's more of us and our memories in our beaches than we realise. But I'm just a layman when it comes to this stuff. If anything, you've got a better chance of understanding it. You're the one with dooms, after all. Okay, so the craftsman, all new hematic grenades. Yeah, essentially he's got custom hematic grenades, so I am going to skip that. Unfortunately, the craftsman's given us 2 duds here. Helix Weatherstone, weather station upgrade. So I've got a feeling that this is basically just saying that the weather station is actually working now. We can do the weather forecast. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about reading that. Thomas Sutherland. The bots are here, but is that for the best? Sam, that bot you bought us, it's a real piece of work. Takes everything into account, cargo type, terrain, and calculates the quickest route every time. And if it doesn't happen to run into a BT, there's no void out to worry about. If we can teach it how mules operate, it might even be able to anticipate their movements and avoid them too. Which means all the risks in using human porters, the dangers you and yours face every day, well, they could be a thing of the past. Might not be a need for you to put your life on the line any longer. Time to start planning for the easy life, eh? But it is for the best. I wonder, leaving everything to the bots? Isn't that what led to drone syndrome and all that? Better to keep people involved in some respect, maybe. Same with cars. Back in the day, everyone was all about self-driving vehicles. But if you ask me, a human hand always ought to be behind the wheel. Am I right? I don't know about that. I can't drive, so there's a bit of me that still wants that. Yeah, I know there's maybe a risk of some AI deciding, you know what, today's the day I'm going crashing into a wall, but I'm kind of on the fence about taking that chance. Not necessarily the crashing, but just the idea of, yeah, I'd like to think it won't happen. Alright, Thomas Sutherland. Bring me my TIMEFALL porter. Thanks for delivering the delivery bots, Sam. I heard you were headed to that TIMEFALL farm down the way. Don't know if you heard, but rumour has it they're brewing beer. Maybe even using TIMEFALL to speed up the process. I'm sure I'd sure like to have a taste if it's true, and if they join the chiral network, I'd be able to place an order with them, wouldn't I? Of course, you can't print beer, so we'll have to rely on you again to get it here. Pity the bots won't be able to enjoy it with me, but hey, guess that's a privilege only humans can enjoy, am I right? Anyway, I'm counting on you. And then, delivery time. People get tired of waiting, so yeah, essentially just saying, don't stall on these delivery time premium orders especially. TIMEFALL farmer, no more mule trouble, thanks Sam. So yeah, that's literally because we took out the mule camp when we got to the TIMEFALL farm, so pretty cool. I like it that they do thank us every time. Although apparently they've got pizza, and pizza is horrible because it means we've got delivered to Peter Engelert. Thomas again, we've got a test order. You've got to find my cube. It's located somewhere northwest of the distribution centre south of Lotnik City. So, yay, we gotta go find that. Okay, so data. We've got interviews. Whose interviews have we got to read? We've got one from Hartman. Chiral clouds and timefall. This is 2 years ago. Why do chiral clouds form? Why does timefall occur? And why does it herald the manifestation of BTs? These are questions we still struggle to answer. As we know now, BTs are being formed of something akin to antimatter. Their first appearance coincided with the Death Stranding. Prior to that point, it is believed that there was very little in the way of antimatter present in our world at all. But we've since learned that this was far from the case, for even before the Stranding, antimatter was all around us. I discovered a scientific paper on the subject titled On Antimatter and Clouds. According to the paper, the gamma radiation generated by lightning strikes can trigger the formation of positrons, and indeed particles of antimatter can be detected inside regular rain clouds. The mechanism by which they are formed is not fully understood, but the mere existence of this phenomenon is enough to suggest something intriguing. Chiral clouds contain chiralium, yes? Well, what would happen if gamma radiation were to act upon them in the same way as it does in regular clouds? Could chiralium excited by gamma radiation exacerbate minute distortions in space-time, somehow loosening the seams that connect us to our beaches? And if so, when the excited chiralium mixes with timefall and descends to the ground below, could the entire region beneath the clouds become much more strongly connected with the beach as a result? This could well explain why BTs appear in areas prone to timefall. Furthermore, if the antimatter we previously thought did not even exist in any measurable quantity on Earth were, in fact, present in such commonplace phenomena as the very clouds above us, would this not lend credence to the theory that BTs, beaches, the world of the dead, all of these things may have existed long before the Stranding? Too much of a theoretical leap? Perhaps. I do not deny our world changed, drastically and irrevocably. Nevertheless, could it not be that the Death Stranding was merely the clap of thunder that brought this great change to our attention, and not the change itself? I kind of like that thought process. I mean, stuff like this, it does get me thinking that Hideo Kojima really does have a lot of deep thought on these subjects. Not necessarily like timefall and whatnot, but just the general idea of maybe there is more to general life than we even think about. You know, he's not a scientist. From what I know, I don't believe he's got any background in that, but maybe it's just a case that he has read up on things like this or read around him and he's got his own theories. Either way, it's curious just to hear someone else's thoughts. Alright, so King Midas and the chiral crystals, 2.5 years ago from Hartman's lab. Rumours have been circulating regarding a man who calls himself King Midas. Unlike his namesake from Greek mythology, however, this gentleman does not turn all that he touches to gold. Instead, he claims to wield the power to create chiral crystals at will. The story suggests that he gained this power as a result of experiments involving organisms which possessed a similar ability. I am of course aware of the existence of microbes that can melt and condense gold, and in fact extracting it from ore deposits, but this is the first I have heard of any organism that can do something similar with chiralium. These organisms are apparently akin to cryptobiotes, as well as coral that is found in the seam, in that they exist outside of time. If this man truly managed to harvest such organisms, then it is an extraordinary achievement which could lead to untold possibilities. Veritable bioalchemy even. Much like his mythical counterpart, however, King Midas is said to have paid a heavy price for his power. Indeed, his body has turned into a mass of particles, a side effect of crystallising all the chiralium with which he came into contact. It is said that the only evidence of his existence are 2 golden handprints he left behind. Now, I must temper this rather dramatic story by stressing that no microbes capable of the previously described ability have been detected. As such, I suspect the king is nothing more than an urban legend. This kind of story spun by dreamers in a world where chiral crystals are rare and precious, can only be collected from perilous, time-soaked places. Perhaps we could even consider it a morality tale, the moral being, of course, that greed is never good, whether one lost for gold or for chiral crystals. It is, however, a remarkable coincidence that, not long after I first heard talk of this modern-day King Midas, I also started to hear rumours concerning a man wearing a golden death mask. Might the two be related? Who knows? I'm not convinced that is a link. I would be surprised if Higgs is referring to himself as King Midas, but saying that he has got an ego, so it wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. Alright, what's the next one? We've got Fragile. Fragile's father and Fragile Express from 1 year ago. This is in Lake Knot City. My father came up with the name Fragile Express before I was born. The US was Swiss cheese back then. All the void outs had left craters as far as the eye could see. People were losing their minds looking for a way out. They thought the government would have their back, but it was just gone. All the systems, all the gears that had kept the world turning, smashed to bits in a matter of seconds. When everything you know breaks, it's hard not to break yourself. Before our new network, there was an old one. The whole nation was online 24/7. Cameras and microphones everywhere, watching, listening and recording. There was a strange sort of comfort in that, people said. A certainty that someone, somewhere, would know if you're in trouble. But after the stranding, that all vanished into the ether. No one was looking out anymore. No one was coming to save you. A lot of folks died waiting before the rest caught on and took matters into their own hands. My father was one of the latter. He'd been working for a private logistics company, and he and some friends figured they were in a position to bring people supplies and repair vital infrastructure Americans used to rely on to survive. They were builders, men and women who understood the value of what was lost and wanted to reclaim it. My father and them really believed that they could get it all back, bit by bit, and make us whole, make us America. It was a precious, fragile dream, like so much back then. But if they nurtured it, if they stayed true, he knew it could all be ours again. People, ideas, connections, all so fragile. The USA was nothing more than a network of people and the connections between them. No wonder it broke apart so easily. But everything that's worth something is fragile. That's why I was given this name. My father's not with us anymore, but the bond between us remains, fragile though it is. Okay, that was that was a bit interesting. As far as I find it funny how often that name was dropped, but okay. Again, you have to take some of the goofy bits of this. I mean, like I say, I still love the game, but there are moments when you go, "Alright, idiot, I think you're just having fun with yourself here." Alright, Prepper interviewed the Timefall farmers. This was 1 year ago at the Timefall farmers farm. That's quite hard to say. Me, I used to be an ecologist. Amelie thought highly of me and my wife's research into Timefall's effect on plant life. She was the one who suggested it could be used to boost agricultural production. See, Timefall's radically altered the ecosystem of the entire continent. Obvious, I know, just as it's obvious we're powerless to stop it. So we had the idea of trying to use it to our advantage instead. Make the environment better, not worse. Easier said than done, though. Take void-out craters, for example. Local chiral density is generally higher in their vicinity, which correlates with increased timefall. With all that exposure, you'd think they'd turn lush and green again before you know it. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite pan out that way. Nothing grows in any of them. Might be that the timefall's done something to the soil, but the truth is, I don't have a clue, which was one of the reasons why me and the missus were conducting our research. Gotta say for the record that it hadn't crossed our minds that timefall could be used to help grow food. That idea was all Amelie, so credit where it's due. Alright, another one. Fragile's umbrella and suit. This is written by Fragile Express staffer 2 years ago from South Knot City, which we haven't been to yet. You think that thing Fragile carries is an umbrella? I can see why you'd jump to that conclusion, what with the shape and all, but you're wrong. If it's any consolation, I thought it was an umbrella too at first. It's actually some kind of navigational device that Fragile came up with herself. I won't pretend to understand the theory behind it, but I'm told it factors chiral density across the beaches and plots coordinates for her jumps. Fragile's got some kind of dooms that lets her move from beach to beach. The way she tells it, she kinda clears her mind and lets her powers do the rest. Maybe it's something similar with the spikes on her suit. When Fragile senses chiralium concentrations, they pop out. I'm not sure if she'd be able to tell otherwise. It's like an unconscious reaction. The spikes only retract when chiral density decreases. But who knows? Names and theories are just ways of coping with things we don't really understand. Same with visual indications of the intangible, maybe. All I can say is that Fragile's umbrella and spikes seem to help her hone her powers. Right, I'm glad I read that because I haven't heard that one before. And I had been wondering what that was all about, so yeah, that was good for me. Okay, so we're caught up. We've got one more thing, essentially, which is in the the, what are they called, the memory chips. So we will go and activate them upstairs. So let's go do it. For the record, I set up a safe house just outside the Timefall farm. I thought this one's pretty handy to have, just for the fact that it's right next door. It's not a million miles to run around from, so I like it. Yeah, I'll take the blood bag, but that'll be all. Yeah, by the way, that truck got absolutely wrecked, the amount of travel I did. Oh, hello.
Oh. Thanks.
That's all give him likes.
Today's a good day.
Oh, that guy's trying to hold something out for me. Can I give him anything? Let me give you a PCP. For now, I will take that. Oh, they're both trying to offer me something there. Go on. Oh, no, not that. There we go, thank you. I'll put that on my back, and then PCP, let me just drop that there.
Huh?
Then hopefully they pick it up. There you go, good sir. Yeah, if I could give you another like, I would, but I'm not lucky like that. I can't just keep dropping likes. Alright, I need this terminal, man. They are funny. Alright, so share memory chip data. I think we've... Ooh, we got 3. They're only repeat animations, but still. It's nice to see what we get.
I just about given up on this. I owe you one.
The great deliverer does it again. Much obliged. That's sweet of you, Sam.
So let's see what we've got. We've got a coffee cup. We've got an Unknown Man's Journal Part 1. And we've got a Honda. And we've got some more interview data, journal entries. So I will go to them at some point. Let's activate the terminal. We've got a bit of a queue behind us. Let's just do this as quick as we can. Standard orders. We've got to take the Timefall Porter up to Distro Centre south of Lake Knot City. We'll do the premium delivery as well. Why not? Now, I'm looking here and I'm thinking PCCs, we've got 2 of each, so we should be fine. I don't think I'll need a ladder. I will take one just on the off chance, but I don't think I'll need it. And I've got a Power Skeleton level 1 here. I think I've got level 3 equipped, though. I don't know. One of these is equipped. I'm assuming it's level 2. Because it just gave me that prompt for level 3. Alright, we've got 4 level 1 bowl guns and 1 level 2. So if I can use the level 2, I will. I'd like some pneumatic grenades because they are very useful when we go through BT territory. And we've got floating carriers, so yeah, we're all good from that. Okay, so a special beer, put that on my back. Put that on my back. And let's just organise what we've got so far. Now, lost cargo. Let's see. First of all, I think all of this is from other users. Yeah, I think if it's green, it's from other users. If it's blue, it's for an NPC. So I'm going via the weather station. So let's just see how many of these are for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. Alright, offload that. Got a floating carrier here. Let's offload that. And let's just see if I can fit these on there. Oh, how much there is there. I'm doubting it'll fit on 1. Oh, wow. It all fits on 1. Wow. With that weight, I was not expecting that. Okay, so safe to say, though, all of these are pretty damaged. So I do need some container repair spray. Have we got any more here? Oh, yeah, we got 2. That's good. Anything else? We don't need the materials here. Let's get the bowler gun. And let's equip the power skeleton. Let's auto range. Alright, this is looking good. Alright. We've got mule boots there. Any chance I've got something a bit better than that? No. Alright. Mule boots will be okay in a pinch, but I really hope I don't have to use them because they're pretty naff. Okay, so a lot of lost cargo there. Okay, let's head out.
Order assigned.
Yeah, they've gone. Cool. Alright, I don't know if anyone wants to use this, but feel free if you want it. Oh, hang on, have I got... I didn't know I got stuff in here. Or what was that? That's probably them, isn't it? Ah, it's them in there. Cool. Alright. Have I got a... Is there a timefall shelter anywhere around here? Because if not, I will build one. They are very useful around this area. Especially when you got all them goods in there that look knackered. And this is like I say, this is just a place it's not nice to be. You've got to go through mules, and as soon as you get here, Timefall's always here. I don't think I've ever been here and Timefall's not here, which, again, it's a Timefall farm. You know, what do you expect? So, yeah, I'm always glad when I can pull away from here. Alright, so, come on, give me a Timefall shelter. Here we go, build.
Okay.
Trouble is, we've got to sit out in it. I haven't really got any shelter. I mean, we'll repair the cargo, but if it gets damaged in the next 10 seconds, you know, it's going to start having actual damage to it. See, we've already had that container damaged in this time. 2, 1, let's get under.
Construction.
Alright, there we go. Special B has been repaired, which is important. Anything else? Getting some TLC. It looks like it. One of them's getting a little bit of... Ooh, what is that one there? There's something that looks a little damaged still. Let's see, that one. Yeah, lost cargo houseplants. And that one, the machine cargo. I'm curious if I can repair them somehow. Oh, hang on. I just saw that before I left that. It was prompting me to reorganise it. There we go. Just try and top these up a bit, because the thing is, it's going to get destroyed a bit on the way back, but if I get to 100% now, it's not a bad thing. There's no time orders here, so I'm actually going to just see if, by luck, I can pass time and get the rain to stop. No, I didn't think I'd be that lucky. Okay, and there are mules there, damn. I really didn't want to face mules again. I'm wondering if it'd be better going back for that truck. I really don't want to go for the truck because the truck is knackered, but it would at least get me out of the mule territory without facing them. It's the thing, right? When you've only just beaten the mules, you don't really want to beat them again. Because it feels like you're just getting into a fight constantly. I mean, I don't think this is a consequence of very hard difficulty. I think this is just something that the game does. You know, the idea, oh, they were unconscious, so they wake up. But it still sucks a bit. You kind of want them to be unconscious for a bit longer. Alright. Cargo menu, come on. Come on, Sam, you can do it. There we go. Alright. All of this in the truck. There we go. Put that on my back. Organise it. Get in. Also, this is another disadvantage of this truck, that it's all open. So, all your cargo is exposed while you're travelling. So, it's not great. I really just want to use this to get out of the area. Although, if I can spruce it up under here, I will. Yeah, I didn't really get much use out of that. Okay, let's go. tried to counter that ping, but I don't think it did anything. Although saying that, I haven't seen my cargo get flagged. Maybe I did hit the ping and I didn't see it. Okay, I will take that. That is actually positive. To get this far and not get pinged, I'm calling that a win. Alright, so let's get here. Just top up the truck, because I would like to use it as long as I can now. Again, it's not because it's great, but it's just I may as well use it. But like a lot of trucks like this, there's going to be a point when it's better to abandon it. I mean, especially as we're going up bank, they don't do well going upwards. A few premium deliveries ask it of you, and yeah, they're rough journeys. Yeah, those journeys I'm thinking about, it'll be like, they'll ask you to carry a ridiculously heavy amount of cargo, like you've got no chance of carrying it with floating carriers. And basically saying, right, deliver it in very quick time. So the only way to do it is a truck. I mean, if you want to do it, you can do it, but oh god, there are hard orders. Okay, the battery's nearly dead. So like I say, I might have to get out. Although, my shelter is round here, I think. Yeah, so we're going to do that if I can. Well, saying that, I can't park my truck in here anyway, so I'll tell you what, we'll leave it here. We'll run the rest of the way. So, cargo menu. There's a lot of this in this game where you're just basically saying, right, let's just hop between menus and just move cargo around. And it seems worse than it is. Honestly, I don't mind doing this, but when you're playing it, you're like, could you just speed this up a bit?
Looks like a path.
Alright, let me get my strand. I really like this as a mechanic. There we go. Tie cargo down. I'm really pleased I found this. Ooh, we're at the TIMEFALL. That's brilliant.
Looks like a path.
I'm going a bit slow. There we go. That's a bit better, Sam. There's a reason they call it a power skeleton. There's meant to be power in your movement. And we were going not so powerful. So that's the boundary line. So I'm going to try and place it here. There we go. For these long, well, I say long episodes, I would like to make these a lot shorter. I'd like them 20 minutes if I could, but when you're doing like bits of lore as well, it's not impossible to get it down to 20. So for those of you who stick around for the lore, I do appreciate it. I will try and make sure I always put down timestamps, so that if you don't want the lore, you just want to see the gameplay, by all means I'll try and make sure that you're always getting that. But yeah, I really do appreciate when you hang around for the entire video and say, I put the time in. It's nice to know that people are putting the time in watching as well. But yeah, let's go drop off all this cargo. So when you think we just picked all this up on the way down to the TIMEFALL shelter, this guy's just very unlucky with his cargo. Alright, make delivery, deliver lost cargo, there you go. It is the reason I like the distro center, or even the Not City animation, because you kind of see the cargo go in and you see how much you've delivered.
Thank you for coming. You really are incredible. I don't know how you do it.
There we go. That was a lot of lost cargo. We got it up to 3-star, and this is a nice one as well. Floating carrier level 2. Interview data about evolution, death, stranding, and the fear of dying. We've got more chiral bandwidth and more resources at the facilities, more materials. Oh, we got a 4th one, so that means we're now got more hologram data, more chiral bandwidth, more materials. Cool, and we're nearly at 5-star. Wow. It makes me wonder, could I actually get this guy to 5 while I'm here? Just save coming back for him.
Here's to you, Sam. Don't ever give up.
Feels like a side quest if I go too far, but if there's something like right nearby, I'd be tempted. Ooh, oh, hang on, we're going there, so that wouldn't be tempting. But I don't. Yeah, there's nothing else that's in this area, so we'll have to come back for him. Okay, we'll select the standard order. May as well take a few to the distro center. Yeah, floating carrier level 2. Essentially, just that it's capable of carrying more cargo, which is fantastic. So we're going to get 2 of these. We're going to carry them on the back.
That container is filled with pressurized fog. If it breaks, the gas will begin to leak out, which is bad news for you and anyone near you. Therefore, it's imperative you keep this cargo in good condition. Pack some extra repair spray just to be sure. In case you're wondering, fog is vital to the work of our R&D division. Deliver it safely and you might end up contributing to the creation of some new equipment for yourself.
Okay, so I'm going to put it on my back temporarily. Looks like the game actually helped me out a bit there. I think we've got 3 container repair sprays now. So my thoughts are, we've got a lot going on here. Now, we've got floating carrier level 2s. I'm thinking we've got the 1 here as well. Let's store that in the private locker, because I don't want a level 1 now I've got level 2s. Floating carrier level 2 times 2. So yeah, we should be fine there. Let's drop one of them. And what I'm thinking is, let's put the container repair sprays on there. I'll put the spare floating carrier. And the ladder. Actually, no, we'll keep the ladder. But we'll put the bowler gun on there. I won't keep the special beer on me. So, if I put all of that on the floating carrier, that just makes it look better on us. So, let's organise it. There we go. The VOG goes at the back, which is good. It's protected by the special beer. So, yeah, that looks good. But we have got the capacity for another order, I believe. So, we're going to do a standard order to the same location. This is the whole idea I'm thinking about. Let's just maximise what we've got. So, I saw one that was going that way. There we go. 13 kilos, so it's not a big one. But we can do a premium delivery. We don't need materials. So, we're just going to load that onto carrier. There we go. Let's see how this plays out. Alright, down here. Oh, hang on. I've just realised. Very quick heel turn that, I know. I'm thinking to myself, we may want to build a bridge. I don't tend to build bridges, but we may need it. So, let's get some PCC level 2. And we'll load them onto the carrier. Had I already got it and I didn't realise? No, we're alright. And then we're going to get some metals. I believe it's metals that I need for this. I'll be honest, I'm just going to Google it, so bear with me. Okay, so level 1 is 800 metals. Level 2 requires 1600. And level 3 requires 2800 or 2800. So, quick maths, that's 4,400. And then another 800 is 5,200. That could be a lot to carry, and I don't think they'd have this amount here anyway. Yeah, no way near. So, let me just bring that up again so I can actually decide what to do. We could probably carry 2,400 metal, so let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Drain the resources of this place a bit, but yeah, when you think it's looking good on the carrier still. Alright. Right, before we go anywhere, one last thing. Oh, I just decided to get a big long ladder out. Let's just tie the cargo down. There we go. It might have been premature, that, with the bridge. Someone might have already put one down, but I figure let's just play it safe. Let's assume someone has not done what would be helpful, and let's just get the materials in case we need to do it ourselves. And hopefully, if we head this way, there we go. There is a river there. but there isn't a bridge yet. So, someone's done it. Okay, that's a positive. We haven't got to worry about this bridge. Aki9080, you did me a solid there, so thank you. You get some likes off me. Okay, you would have got some likes off me, but Sam decides to fly over. So, how about here instead? Just stop. There we go. You get some likes off me. Is it raining? Yeah, it's raining. Let's not dawdle too long. Timefall shuttle's over here. Let's just go and hide under here for a minute. Let's try and pass time. We're on to a time condition one. Yay!
I think it's clearing up.
Okay. So let's see where we are and where we can go. Ooh, autopaver there. I'm not going to use it, but it is nice to see it. Another one there as well. I'm thinking maybe if we head this way, we might be able to build a bridge that will get us across this section. Maybe around here? I'll tell you what, let me just get my bearings. I'm thinking let's just try and head south. Is it south or east? Let's go east. I know the waypoint's that way. Although saying that, could we build a bridge here? This could be a nifty little location for a bridge. It all depends if the road would be in the way. I know there is a ladder there, but I'm thinking I bought the materials for a bridge, so I'm kind of like, can I do it? It's not the end of the world if I can't. I'm carrying metals around, which are always useful, but yeah, it's one of those where you think, can I do something more? Message received from the Elder. Rebuild the roads. Rebuild America. Well, if you join the UCA, Elder, we might be able to do it. Alright. Let's go this way. Yeah, we can see the distro center in the horizon. Another Timefall shelter. A lot of people had the same thoughts as me. Protect your cargo. I feel like I always miss out on the bridges. You know, in the sense, by the time I get to a place where a bridge would be useful, someone else has already built it. It's kind of the reason I've not built one to level 3 yet. It's like, by the time I get somewhere, they're already there. Ooh, what more for the weather station? That guy's really unlucky with his deliveries. Alright. More metals, why not? Pick them up. Sam's the man, he can carry anything. As long as I hold my thumbsticks down very tightly. I'm trying to think where I could possibly put a bridge down. I'm thinking this is a bit of a weird spot to do it. Oh, hang on, this is where we go down. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. I don't think this would let me do it because this is rocky terrain. Oh, damn. Can I use this ladder to climb down? I mean, again, I think the game might get a bit finicky about it, but I would like to try. Has it hit the bottom, or did it not? You know what? Detach. I don't really want to detach it, but I would like to see if it worked or not. It looked like it did. Yeah, I'd say they're at the bottom. I thought I'd rather check it before, you know, going all in, because the thing is as well, cargo containers don't like steep drops, so yeah, this could go wrong anyway.
Let's get a move.
But I'm going to gamble on it. Ooh, this doesn't feel right though. Yep.
Ah, there goes the wire.
I'm really hoping that that doesn't look too damaged. There we go, attach carrier, I saw it. Oh, no. Down you go. Oh. Attach carrier, there we go.
Let's get a move on.
Are they damaged? Oh, no, they all look okay. Yeah, they all look okay. That's good. I'm happy there. The advantage of putting string around something. Who knew it? I'm a little bit reluctant to build the bridge now because I know in this area it's where a road will eventually be built. So, one, I think if I tried to build a bridge, it would tell me about that if that was the case. But even so, it's like, well, if it's not here now, it will be here soon. So building a bridge is kind of a stopgap. You know, and it, not building it might actually encourage other players to, you know, put resources into the bridge. Which, to be honest, I kind of should be as well. I think that might be what I do next, actually. I don't know what the progress on the roads has been, actually. I mean, I didn't see it when I was on the horizon, so I'm assuming the road hasn't been built around this area yet.
Well, at least I'm getting the steps in.
Yeah, it hasn't yet. Saying that, though, someone did start a bridge here and then left it. So, might as well use the resources. Make it easier to cross. I say that, and then it'd be a waste of my resources because I'd either lose 200 metals or I wouldn't have enough. So, yeah, sorry, what's your name? Schiffler. Sorry about that. I would have finished it, but I didn't have 800 exactly. What's this water like? Okay, we got a bit yellow. How do you remember him, Sam? I didn't think you'd be old enough for that. I know they like meta commentary in the game, but it's like, really? We're going on about iPhones? I've never heard him say that. That was weird. You know, a game like this, right, I would absolutely adore it if it ever became live service. You know, I'm not saying that they've got to add new areas to the map or anything, but just silly things like that where you get Norman Reedus on the phone and say, do you mind just recording some silly line that Sam could say? I would love that. Just give people a reason to keep playing a game that isn't necessarily about the game itself, but is just about keep playing it to find little kooky Easter eggs. Even if they're all like sly Easter eggs, like, you know, it's nothing major, but it's just something that people will go, oh, but, you know, Sam says something new. I might be on my own there. I mean, don't get me wrong, you obviously want constant updates on games. You want to feel like a game is still valued by the developers. But yeah, I'd even take just something a little bit more simple. By all accounts, the Death Stranding 2 has been thought about at the very least. Ooh. I'm curious what to do with that game, though. I mean, I was thinking about it the other night, and I'm curious if they'd stick to this same world and just give it a reason to be reset. If they'd keep this world and expand it. Or if they'd have it that Sam needs to go to a different part of the world. I mean, in theory, I just noticed my carrier got stuck there. In theory, with Fragile, you could get anywhere. I mean, just struggling with that a bit. Yeah, I mean, in theory, Fragile could get Sam anywhere. I mean, supposing there was something, a beach that took you to Europe, it's like, okay, well, what happens if his next mission was to restore Europe to the world kind of thing? I don't know what would then be the counterpoint as far as pigs and all that, but it's just interesting for thought what the next move could be. Because it feels like a singular game. It doesn't feel like something that needs a sequel, but the fact that they're working on one does suggest that they want to tell a story. Alright, well, it's been that long that these porters beat us here from the Timefall farm. I don't think it's the same, but it's a bloody coincidence, I tell you. Okay, here we go. Let's activate the terminal. Let's deliver all our stuff. We've got 3 orders. 1 main, 2 standard. That is a lot of cargo. Hey up, Edgar. How you doing?
Everything all right, Sam?
I'm alright.
Looks good as new. My hat's off to you.
Okay. No damage on the Vogue. Beautiful. Less than 50, well, 0 on the... Oh no, that's still the VOG. Cool. Let's just skip through it. So we've got S rank there, awesome. Ooh, we've got the jump ramp now on PCC level 2. What else we got? This is the special beer from the Timefall farm. S rank again, legend of legends. So Chiral bandwidth increased. We've got new colours for vehicles and more Chiral bandwidth. Oh no, not Chiral bandwidth, sorry, we've got more resources, more materials. And then the next one, the 20th century car, not a lot there. We got bumped up to level 20 on cargo condition, and we're now, your dedication and resolve are really starting to pay dividends. So now with cargo condition level 20, it will now be harder for you to lose consciousness, which is pretty important. Alright, next.
Well, take care of yourself. Good work. New order available.
Like a relaxing sleep after hiking. BB is pacified. So yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. It was longer than intended.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Just wait and see if there's another interruption. Just a load of mail. Alright, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next part. I believe we're going to be making our way southwards now towards... Well, I'll say towards, but not to South Knot City. So come find out next episode. See you then, folks. Bye for now.